All right, we woke up this morning, we have markets pumping, but it's not for the reason that you may think. Here is the reason why the markets are pumping. We have had an assassination attempt on President Trump's life. Have a look at this.
Take a look at what happened.
So these are the scenes from a Pennsylvania rally where President Trump was speaking, and there was an assassination attempt of his life. We will be digging deep into everything that happened at the assassination attempt. We'll be looking at what happened, what the responses are. We'll be looking at what markets are doing. We'll be looking at what prediction markets are doing. We'll also be looking at what meme markets are doing. So got a full show for here, emergency show on a Sunday because of the Trump assassination attempt. Let's get going, guys. Let's do. All right, Sunday morning, we're here. We're bringing you crypto love and we're bringing you crypto wisdom. And today, not an ordinary show. The reason why we're bringing you a show today is because we have had an assassination attempt on President Trump's life and the markets. And it's caused a Bitcoin market pump. It's caused a prediction market pump. It's caused an altcoin and a meme coin market pump. We're going to be covering everything here today with you today. So we have... if you're not already subscribed to our channel, this is a channel where we bring you live breaking news all the time. So subscribe to our channel as quickly as possible. Let's get those subscriber numbers up. If you are here, as I said, this is a completely unscheduled stream. So what you need to do is smash the like button. Let's get everybody here. Let's get going. Let's get going in this. So let's get into the main stories of the day, or the main story of the day, which is the Trump assassination attempt. Here is the best footage that I could find.
If you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
So that's live footage, the best footage we could find of the attempt. You'll see now that the secret agent actually, when they realize that the area is safe, they get up and they all huddle around Trump. And you'll see that he puts his hand up and he says, fight, fight, fight. At this point, the assassin has been neutralized. They realize that it's safe. And they get up and you'll see Secret Service now around Trump. And you're going to see he's going to put up his hands and he's going to... That's the iconic fight, fight, fight. And then, of course, Trump is carried off the stage. All right, so that is probably the best footage that I could find of the actual assassination attempt. Here is another camera angle, this time from behind. So remember the last time you were seeing it from the front, now you're going to see it from behind. Here it is.
Happened to our country, probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
And you can see that first bullet probably just skimmed his ear. And what you'll also realize is this happened right in front of his son. Barron Trump was in the crowd. You can see over there. That's a shot of Barron Trump live in the crowd. Here's a very slow angle, a very slow motion angle. Have a look at that. Just watch how quickly this happens, and that's the slow motion shot of Trump actually being shot. Now, it is. This is speculation. This was the sniper on a roof opposite Trump, and I'll show you exactly where that was in a couple of seconds. There's also speculation that the sniper was picked up way before the Secret Service actually picked him up, and I'll show you that in a couple of seconds as well. This is the iconic moment, the iconic fight, which Trump said, and this is the alleged assassin. So this is the alleged assassin. His name is allegedly Thomas Matthew Crooks. We'll talk a little bit about who Thomas Matthew Crooks is. This is allegedly what he looks like. So that is where we're at, and obviously there's a lot of questions now being asked of the Secret Service. How could you let this happen? This was like the simplest thing in the world. How do you let an assassin within 140 yards of President Trump at a rally like this, knowing that he is in very, very, very high risk? That is, this is where Trump was speaking. This is where the assassin was positioned within 150 yards. A lot of people asking a lot of questions. The worst, 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗓 says, this was either the worst negligence in history or it was an inside job. A lot of people alluding to that. Colin Rugg says, look at this clip over here. In this clip over here, you realize that the spectators, bystanders, actually got clips of the alleged assassin before the Secret Service saw him. So listen to this.
And that's a little bit. He's going down!
So people shouting he's got a gun before they actually saw this. Tom Ellsworth says, how did the U.S. Secret Service leave this vantage point vulnerable? I mean, just how negligent is that? People talking about the Secret Service's competence. I mean, struggling to put this is supposed to be the best guards in the United States, the best people in the United States, struggling to put a gun in a holster, which is like, I think, move number 101. Move number 101 in protection. So lots of questions around this, lots of questions around what actually happened. They left the roof wide open. Secret snipers had eyes on the shooter. People were screaming about a man on the roof with a gun, but Secret Service waited. They waited for him to take the shots. Then they killed the shooter. It was a setup and it wasn't supposed to miss. So lots of responses, lots of responses as a result. Let's quickly take a look at some of the responses. Of course, the first response is from the markets. Remember, traditional markets are closed. So the only market that can respond right now is crypto, and crypto is indeed responding. You're at Bitcoin breaking above the 200 SMA, which is where we want it to be, up at 60,338, and looks like a rally has just started. You've got the prediction markets also responding very strongly. The chances of Trump winning now 70% versus Biden's down to 14%. And also just look at the swing between the red states and the blue states. Keeping a live eye on poly markets. So poly markets right now, 70% Trump win, 16% Biden win, 8% Kamala Harris win. Celebrities responding, Elon Musk responding, saying, I fully endorse President Trump and hope for his rapid recovery. Just look at the engagement on this tweet, 1.6 million views, 1.6 million likes on this tweet with over 100 million views. And this is a tweet that is, probably 10 hours old, just under 10 hours old. Big name fund managers, big name billionaires coming out endorsing Trump. I'm going to formally endorse real President Trump. This is a decision that came out some time ago, says Bill Ackman. Today, when he announces the intention to support Trump, Biden supporters who know me will tend to assume I've lost it. I assure you that I've made this decision carefully, rationally, and by relying on as much empirical data as possible. So lots of people now are saying this. I'm getting some stuff in the newsroom saying the guy in the okay. So we will look at that in a second. 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗓 says, first they sued him, then they prosecuted him. Now they tried to take him off. Then they tried to take him off his ballot. The only thing more tragic than what just happened is that if we're being honest, it wasn't totally a shock. Biden's inevitable ritual condemnation of political violence today, when it comes, will be insufficient and irrelevant. No amount of verbiage can change today's toxic climate that led to this tragedy. So lots and lots of responses. Donald Trump also responded. He says, I want to thank the United States Secret Service and all the law enforcement for their rapid response to the shooting that took place in Butler, Pennsylvania. Most importantly, I want to extend my condolences to the family of the person at the rally who was killed, and also to the family of another person that was badly injured. It is incredible that such an act can take place in our country. Nothing is known at this time about the shooter, who is now dead. I was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear. I knew immediately that something was wrong when I heard the whizzing sound of shots, and immediately felt like a bullet ripping through my skin. Much bleeding took place, so I realized that was happening. God bless America. So President Trump responds. Some more response. Biden responds. He responds by returning from his vacation home. He was on vacation, returning to his vacation home to the White House. And then, of course, getting onto, he was on Fox News. Well, he made announcements earlier. Let's listen.
When I get back to the telephone, look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. And I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have been engaged in making sure that people, and we have more detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you. I may be able to come back a little later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to if it's not convenient for you all. But the bottom line is that the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problems. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. Everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I'm able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well. But so far, it appears he's doing well, number one.
So Biden response with, a generic response. Indeed, they have spoken by phone, or it's been confirmed that they have spoken by phone. Andrew Tate also responding, saying,
I was going viral on the fucking internet, telling all of you. I said they try and cancel you. If cancellation fails, they try and put you in jail. And if that fails, they fucking kill you. I was saying this last year. I was saying it after I rejected their fucking money. I rejected their money to sell my soul, and I started saying on every podcast, they're going to hit me with a bullshit case. They're going to try and put me in jail. And when I got out of jail, I said on every podcast, I'm uncomfortable because I know I'm on my last fucking life. Look what they've done to Trump. Look at it. They canceled him. They deleted him from everything. Nobody cared. It didn't work. They tried to put him in jail. That's failed. Now they killed him. You get 3 lives against these people. The second you've been canceled, next is a fucking case. And if you beat that case, they're going to put a bullet in you. It happens every fucking time. I don't care what side of the political spectrum you're on. You better pray for Donald Trump because he is fighting evil. You do not want the people who are against Trump in charge of anything, especially not your fucking life. I don't care what you call yourself, Democrat, Republican, no matter what it is. You need to pray for Donald Trump and pray for him right now. He's the last fucking hope for Western civilization as you know it. I promise you that.
So, there we go. So, Andrew Tate saying, speaking words of truth. First they tried to get him off the ballot. They couldn't get him off the ballot. They tried to put him in prison. That did or didn't work. We don't know yet. But now they're trying to actually take away his life. So this is you could almost say the template that the Matrix use when they don't want to get into people. Another template that the Matrix use when they don't want people to be where they are is they use the mainstream media. And it was interesting to see the response of the mainstream media. CNN, just listen to what they were talking about today.
And this is how we're going to know whether...
Now, if someone is shot with a bullet that pierces the upper part of your right ear, wouldn't that bullet also continue onto someone's skull and create a much more dangerous situation?
So that's a great question, Wolf, and what the intent of a shooter with a rifle in an attempted assassination.
So CNN almost denying that it could have been a shooter. Initially, what they said is Trump's speech interrupted by Secret Service. No mention of the actual assassination. Trump taken away. Get this one. Trump taken away after loud noises at a rally. Trump whisked off stage in Pennsylvania after loud noises rang through the crowd. Secret Service rushes Trump off stage. That's the CNN coverage. Some more coverage. Pennsylvania news source says they believe Trump was not struck by a bullet, but rather with glass fragments from the teleprompter that may have been shattered, believe it or not. Patrick Bet-David responding to all those saying that the election is over and Trump will win by a landslide. You're naive. His concerns, he must first stay alive to actually get there. More mainstream media stuff. here we go. They are now blaming, they are now criticizing Trump for saying, fight, fight, fight. Get this.
I do want to say there was one thing that when I watched the tape, I found odd because of all of the heated rhetoric. And that is that after he was hit, former President Trump got up and said, fight, fight, fight. I think what we're hearing from people is that's not the message that we want to be sending right now. We want to tamp it down.
That's not the message, lady. When someone goes for your life, you either fight or flight, lady. And this time we have a president that's actually strong enough to actually fight, even after he's taken a bullet. Unlike the other presidents who can't even walk up a bunch of stairs. How can you actually compare the two? This is from 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗓, who said there was a clear assassination attempt on Trump. The bullet almost grazed Donald Trump's head. Yet Joe Biden refuses to call it an assassination attempt. Why does he refuse to call it an assassination attempt? Mert from Salon says, in the span of a few minutes, Twitter, social media was able to get you guys several iconic photos, including this one, where you can actually see the bullet flying through the air. Real-time footage of many citizens with corporate sources, real-time commentary by the world's most influential people, while CNN gave you headlines like the ones that we just showed you, which is absolutely crazy. Then Donald Trump Jr. saying, someone attempted to assassinate my father tonight, and this is what CNN's focused on. The fight, fight.
Watched the tape,
absolutely laughable, but at least we know how the machine works. And I think I align here with Greg, who says, shout out to Elon Musk for buying Twitter so we could actually be informed about what was actually going on tonight. Because the truth is, if it wasn't for Twitter, and probably this video off YouTube is also going to get taken off at some point. So watch it as quickly as possible, but I choose to bring you this coverage regardless of the risk that it has. So if you like it, please just smash the like button. Let's get go. Let's let everybody know that we are here on a Sunday morning. So those are the actual responses. The reality is that this should not be a surprise. A lot of people actually predicted that Trump would get assassinated, including, well, I guess the biggest name was Tucker. And David Sachs said it today. Tucker Carlson was right when he said that they're going to assassinate Trump.
Names. He won anyway. They impeached him twice on ridiculous pretenses. They fabricated a lot about what happened on January 6th in order to impeach him again. It didn't work. He came back. Then they indicted him. It didn't work. He became more popular. Then they indicted him 3 more times. And every single time his popularity rose. So if you begin with criticism, then you go to protest, then you go to impeachment, now you go to indictment, and none of them work, what's next? I mean, graph it out, man. We're speeding toward assassination, obviously, and no one will say that, but I don't know how you can reach that conclusion. You know what I mean? Like, they have decided, permanent Washington, both parties have decided that there's something about Trump that's so threatening to them, they just can't have him.
So Tucker was one of the people that predicted that Trump would be assassinated. Alex Jones predicted it ages ago. I remember this, actually.
I have to ask you, and I'm going to interview you for a minute. Alex, what do you think they'll do to President Trump between now and Election Day?
You're reading my mind.
What will they do to him?
God literally gave us Donald Trump imperfect as most men or women that God raises up in history. But he is a man of steel. He is a man who has ice water in his veins. He is a man who gets stronger under attack. And so they have already put him through hell with all these show trials and rigged courts, civil and criminal. And they are going to try to assassinate President Trump. Make no mistake about that.
That was him calling Alex Jones, saying that they were going to assassinate President Trump. This is crazy. A prophet, Brandon's Bible prophecy about Donald Trump's assassination attempt from 3 months ago resurfaced. So listen to this.
All throughout America, and I saw Trump rising up, and then I saw an attempt on his life. This bullet flew by his ear, and it came so close to his head that it busted his eardrum. And I saw he fell to his knees during this time frame, and he started worshiping the Lord. He got radically born again during this time frame. I'm talking.
So I checked this because I wanted to make sure that it was actually true. And here is that video, and you can actually see that video was actually uploaded onto YouTube 3 months ago. That was actually 3 months ago. Then Joe Biden tweeted this a few days ago. He said, I have one job, and that's to beat Donald Trump. I'm absolutely certain I'm the best person to be able to do that. So we're done talking about the debate. It's time to put Trump in a bullseye. Now, I don't know if that was a prophecy, and I don't know. I mean, I don't buy the conspiracy theories, but probably worth actually looking at. So let's look at what's actually happening as a result of this. So the first thing that you will notice is that this is not the first time that there has been an assassination attempt on presidents. And you can see that presidents that have been assassinated, Abraham Lincoln, James Garfield, William McKinley, John JFK, presidents wounded, Roosevelt, Reagan, and now Trump. You can see the majority of them are Republicans. I wonder if that's a coincidence or not. You can also see that what happened when there was an assassination attempt on Reagan's life, that actually swung the election for Reagan. And you can kind of see that that's the same thing that's happening now, because as the assassination attempt happened, we now went into 70% of Trump actually winning the election. And the reason is because now America's rallying. Because America, they're all bipartisan, and they for one party or the other, until you attack the principles that America actually stands for, and until you threaten America with a civil war. And if Donald Trump was shot tonight, there would have been a civil war in the United States. And now you've got iconic images like this, which are going to get Trump to the top. I can guarantee you that this image becomes one of the most substantial, most used election images in the world, which will actually get Trump straight into the White House. Vivek Ramaswamy came onto Fox News. Listen to what he said.
That we see in polling over President Biden's ability to serve and his fitness.
Yeah. Well, look, I'll give you a couple of tidbits that I've experienced even in the last few hours. I've had CEOs across the country from different corridors that would have been previously afraid to state their support for Donald Trump, or maybe even personally tepid about it, now coming in and asking, how can I help? I'm all in. These are exactly words of people who have contacted me alone in the last several hours, and I'm sure that's true of people across the country. The reality is I don't want to make this political tonight. This is not the moment for that. I will say that President Biden, who ran on the platform of uniting the country, had an opportunity even tonight.
So you can see that everyone's now rallying around President Trump. You're seeing this. Piers Morgan again says, ironic, already one of the most iconic photographs in American history, and one that I suspect will propel Donald Trump back to the White House. So you can see that this just makes the presidential candidate much, much, much stronger. You can see the whole of America uniting. Trump took a bullet for America. Chest day workout for Donald Trump.
In the head, I don't know, BB gun, 22, I don't know what it was. I don't know guns like that, but all I know.
And you can see a lot of other iconic photos actually emerging out of this. Here's some more. Argentinian president Javier Milei says, comments on the assassination attempt against Trump, the desperation of international left is not surprising. He's calling this the left. I did actually do a poll on my Twitter. Let's see what the results of the poll were. Asked, who tried to assassinate Trump? Was it the Democrats? Was it the deep state? Was it some lone hater? Or was it an inside Republican marketing stunt? Because they know that if a president does have an assassination attempt, then he'll win. Right now, the thing says 36.4% said the deep state were the ones that were actually involved. So Conor McGregor also came out, a 78-year-old multiple billionaire. He should be on a yacht in the Med touring golf courses, but he's not. He's in Pennsylvania spitting out bullets, running for the love of his country. Godspeed, Donald. God bless the United States. More commentary. If Trump can take a bullet for you, then you can get out and you can vote for him. And you can see again that this is crazy. Look at the spikes in the comment here on registering to vote. People now want to register to vote. So this is rallying America, and that's rallying America to actually vote for Trump. That's the response of America. Let's look at crypto's response, because I think that's a very important response. So the response from crypto, well, of course, the memes are responding. We have 𝗕𝗓. We have a meme coin. The meme coin is called 𝗕𝗓. The meme is that the 𝗕𝗓 stays on. I don't know anything about this coin. Full disclosure, I took a tiny little position just on the market just because I saw the comments about it, but have no idea who it is, who the devs are, anything. Just I love the memes, and I think crypto is all about memes. Look at the memes that are coming out in meme world. What do you mean they missed? And you can see the same meme coming out with Hillary Clinton, also saying, what do you mean? What do you mean that? What do you mean they missed? You also have this Trump versus a bullet, Biden versus stairs. So lots of memes coming out. As I said to you, the meme coin ear coming out, $20 million fully diluted. I have no idea about this meme. I have no idea who the devs are or anything. I just thought it was a cute meme. If you look at the bubbles, what you can see is that a lot of other memes also very, very, very strong. So you can see like the Trump meme over here, up 44% today. Mog up 17%. So lots of memes actually running into this Bitcoin run, which you can see Bitcoin now is at 60,300. We also have had Trump saying, despite what happened to him, I mean, this just shows the difference between Trump and Biden. Despite what happened to Trump, Trump announces that he's going to be at the UFC tonight. He ain't missing the UFC match tonight, despite actually being shot in the ear. You fucking missed. That was another meme that I saw that came out. Also, here he is arriving back at New Jersey on Trump's Air Force One. I mean, he's waving. He's obviously been taken care of. I guess now security is going to be absolutely crazy. In fact, if you want to join us to go and see, I mean, we're going to see President Trump in Nashville at the Bitcoin 2024 conference. You just go to this video today. So these are the scenes from, just go to this video. There are links to go get tickets. I reckon go and get yourself a ticket because Trump's going to be there and it's going to be one of the best conferences out there. Also, we're going to be there. We're going to be there and we're going to be hosting a dinner for our frontrunners, our frontrunner community, which is our Discord community. If you want to be part of the Discord community, we're having a dinner in Nashville. We're also having a hangout this afternoon. I think we'll probably have a hangout. We are also meeting up in Singapore as a community. That's the inside of the Banter community. If you want to get in, it's called Frontrunners. Unfortunately, you can't get in until somebody leaves or until we fill the waiting room again. But for now, you can just go and sign up and sign up the waiting room. So if you want to do that. Go and sign up. Go and meet us in Nashville. I think now the Nashville thing is going to be absolutely crazy. Also, I mean, other good news is that, I took a challenge in the BitFunded competition. So now my first part of my challenge, as you can see, I'm in $895 profit. So I guess what I'm going to need to do is I need to close my, let's close this because we actually have got enough to actually pass the next challenge. So let's limit close this into the price. Let's say 60,250, 60,250. And quantity, let's go 100% of the contracts, and let's close all. And okay, let's close. Okay, let's just quickly close that trade. Bang. What happened? Oh, maybe I need to reload that. So let's just close the trade at limit price 60,200. 60,200, 100%. Let's just close them all. Bang. Okay, so now my contracts are closed. I guess I've now passed the first challenge in BitFunded. For those of you who don't know what BitFunded is, it's literally where you trade with other people's money. So if you don't want to trade with your own money, you don't want to trade with your own portfolio, what you do is you go to BitFunded and you pay $99, and then you're trading with $10,000 of not real money for the first two challenges. If you get 8% in the first challenge and 5% in the second challenge, then on the third challenge, you're actually playing with money, real money, but it's not your money, it's their money, and you get up to 90% of the profit split. If you want to sign up, there's a link over here. I just closed my first challenge. I guess now I have to pass the second challenge because I've passed the first challenge. So I'm good for the first challenge because I made profits of $840 on a 10,000 account. So I've made my 8%, I guess. And now I'm going to the next challenge. If I get $500 in the next challenge, then I'm playing with other people's money, which means you're not taking you're not taking a risk on your own portfolio. Anyway, I just wanted to bring you guys the news. I wanted to be amongst the first people to bring you the news. I'll see you guys again later. Remember, later on we have a meme show today. So I'll see you guys again later. Until then, trade well, my friends.